Sometimes I let the little segments end, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll just continue from there. So here's our D minor second. Okay, the one-up rule will take it to the E minor third, but the F, which is the fourth, 4/6R, is also that, it's within that one-up shape rule. So it's the shape that's important, not the actual this or this, because the shapes are the same. So when we're doing the caged, you know, that's what happens. All right, so this is the third, this is the fourth. Okay, so that's why they're all on the fourth, and you know, it didn't follow the regular D minor rule. Okay, so now we all right, we're back. That was my desktop. All right, so that's what's going on with the, you know, with the pentatonic half diminished, and with different positions. Okay, so let's just take what are the takeaways from this, and that is that we can start the pentatonic on each of the 5 pentatonic tones. These are a little bit out of order, but they're lined up with where they actually are. So this one is lined up here, okay, and then the right here, the G is lined up over here. The C is lined up over here. You see these guys? All right, now let's just change color for a second. All right, and then the D one is lined up with this window here. This is the D window, and the A window is lined up here. See, because I didn't have room because of the overlap, so I had to make, you know, make it staggered like that. So that's what's going on there with these kind of charts. And you know, the pentatonic scale starts from each member. That gives it its different positions. Same thing with regular pentatonics. That's the way it works. So I mean, that's one way to look at it. You know, you can look at it like, oh, I'm going to play it this way. Okay. You know, or you can look at it as starting from the third, then starting from the fifth, then starting from the sixth. You can look at the sixth and you say, what is 6? Well, if you were down here on the fret nut, open 6, what is E the 6th of? So in this position, it's what is E the 3rd of? E is the 3rd of C. Okay, when you come up to this G, you say, what is E the 5th of? What is E the 5th of? E is the 5th of of A, right? E is the 5th of A, so it's the A position there. Okay, then you say, what is E the 6th of? E is the 6th of G. Okay, it's the G position. What is E the, you know, and on and on. What is E the root of? Okay, that kind of thing. That's how to do the, that's another way to look at caged going up the fretboard. So now let's get to today's. We don't want to spend too much time in the doldrums. You know, there it is, the half diminished. You know, it's mostly a Dorian. And so if you do the Dorian, you know, here is the Dorian in purple. All right, here's your tripentatonics, tripentatonic scales. So if you take a G from the R, remember G has always got the double root, and you play that pentatonic and the C4 pentatonic and the D4 pentatonic. So they play the G and the C and the D. You get Now this one down here, that was from the D. The D in the 5th position. So that's how that works. But then there's minor considerations. What minors are formed in here is the A minor, which is 2nd inversion A minor, right there. Characteristic of this particular cage, which is the G cage. All right, it's the A minor shape 2 minor. Okay, so that's what's going on there. Let's not get too far into that. Next, we have today's chart. All right, and this is progressions. This isn't going to be that easy. We have, first of all, let's look at up here. We got these guys here. We can't zoom in on these. I have to learn about if I wanted to zoom in on these. Remember the arpeggio charts that we had before? Well, since the majors are the same, all right, I put all 3 of the majors on each particular note. All right, so I had to get my vest on there. So the majors are like right here. So for the arpeggio, and I colored them, the G, the progression we're going to be looking at is G, F, C. Okay? So it'll be something like this. All right? And the G is 5-7-2. The C is and then F is 4-6-R. Okay, so that's 4-6-R. Oh boy. I did one of those little funny shaped chords. And then the C, that's why I don't like the capo, but then the C is R3-5. All right, so basically you've got root position chords here. This is the major arpeggio. All right, so for the progression, I just wanted to have this on. It's going to be something like that. Now, I just want to tell you about these arpeggios. So root would be these guys, which is just circled in yellow. Okay, so it'd be all right up to there, and then the 4th would be the F. Okay. All right, and then the 5th would be in red. So that's 3 arpeggios all on one. So we've gotten up to this. Let's say we start again from here. We just start over again. Root to 3 to 5, 4 to 6 to root, 5 to 7 to 2. Okay? Now let's look at the minors. Same exact concept. Dorian minors 2, 4, 6. Here's the regular scale we're working in. All right, Dorian's 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Phrygians 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. And Aeolian 6, 6, 3, 6 R3, 6 root 3. Okay? Just remember that we got 6 strings here, so by the time it gets to these top 2 strings, if you're starting from the bottom here, which is a good place to start, nothing wrong with it. It's just that you wanted to start it from there, or start this from there, you know, be like cage from there. What's it gonna look like? It's gonna look like it's gonna take on the, you know, the categorization of another cage. Just like, you know, so we could almost apply the other thing. Maybe I could look at that and we could do an exercise in that. That's what's important to do, is these hypothetical exercises where you put the things through the warp and you get the cage shapes, you know, and assign them to it. So